An international food fight could cost jobs in Arizona and cost you more at the checkout. As KGUN 9 on your side's Craig Smith reports, a trade dispute involving Mexican tomatoes could cut into a multi-million-dollar business.
Huge warehouses line the roads in Rio Rico and Nogales. They handle millions of pounds of fruit and vegetables grown in Mexico and brought here for distribution through the U.S. and Canada. A fresh shipment of grapes is arriving at JC Distributing, but the biggest business is Mexican tomatoes, or it has been.
I effectively stopped importation of Mexican tomatoes. We hadn't done that. We've always been importers of Mexican tomatoes. We've done that for the 48 years that we've been in existence here at Chamberlain Distributing.
Chamberlain and other produce distributors say a pricing agreement between the U.S. Department of Agriculture and Mexico fell apart. Tomato growers in Florida complained that Mexican tomatoes were dumped, sold at prices too low to be fair to U.S. growers. Mexican growers dispute that. There was an agreement holding Mexican growers to minimum prices, but now that it's been thrown out, Mexican growers have to pay an almost 18% tariff to sell in the U.S., enough to drive some of them out of the U.S. market. A University of Arizona study says tomatoes from Mexico create a $4.8 billion industry across the U.S. and Canada that accounts for 33,000 jobs. Lance Youngmeyer is president of the Fresh Produce Association of the Americas. He says unless there's a new tomato agreement that lifts the tariffs, employment will drop and prices will rise.
Because if we see a freeze or a hurricane or crop failure in Florida, or any of the same things could happen in Mexico, the supply is already going to be so tight, the prices are going to shoot through the roof, and people are going to pay through the nose for tomatoes or just not buy them.
And while Arizona's produce importers hope for a settlement, they still have to pay the tariffs or stay out of the tomato business. Craig Smith, KGUN 9 on your side.